That's a big one. I mean, that's a big one.
8 even. I got a pair of 8s, kids.
The Fishin Show with JT Kenney is brought to you by Florida Space Coast. Plan your next adventure at visitspacecoast.com. American Bait Works. B&W Trailer Hitches. Ardent Reels. Mercury. Go Boldly. Falcon Boats. Go Fish. Nichols Lures. Trocar. Greenway Plants reminds you to thank a farmer. Power Pole.
Bass number one.
Bass number one
Is in the boat. Welcome to the Fishin Show with JT Kenney, and with me today with a bass already is my buddy Tim Frederick. He is an MLF Pro Circuit champion from Lake Okeechobee, and since he is a Florida fishing expert, he's not that good at getting that hook out of that bass's mouth.
No.
He might need the Eagle Claw pliers for that.
I'm gonna need those.
We get the Eagle Claw pliers for that. But while he's unhooking the first fish of the day, nice one too, by the way. While he's unhooking that, he is a Florida fishing expert. I am not a Florida fishing expert, but I do like to fish in Florida a lot. So I called up my buddy Tim. He came over. We are on Kenansville Lake today, just west of Palm Bay, and we are going to have a good time catching some bass today, hopefully on top water, and I'm sure we're gonna end up catching them on a bunch of other stuff too. So come along, join us. It's the Fishin' Show with JT Kenney, starts right now. Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, he hung around a minute. He's not as big as I thought he was, but he had to have him pretty good. Now, got to get the old pliers out. Little Palm Bay area bass.
Dang. You know, one of the things when you know you're hunting for fish, because Tim and I right now, you know, neither one of us have been here to Kenansville for a while, and it's obviously an awesome lake. We've caught a few already, but we haven't found the area. We haven't found that place. And one of the best things you do, especially with two guys, is, you know, I'm throwing a net bait big bopper. You know, it's just a swim worm, which I have a little crooked right here. It's not supposed to be crooked because then it twists your line. Much better. And then Tim's throwing a topwater, and we're throwing stuff that I can keep the boat moving, I can keep the baits moving, you know, and we're just covering enough water till we get into them, because, you know, there's so many fish in this lake. Like, once we get there, trust me, we're gonna know it, but we got to cover water till we find them.
Oh,
That's a big one. I mean, that's a big one.
that's a good one there.
That's old scummy fish.
Oh,
That's old scummy fish right there, boys.
JT, you want me to
Oh, yeah, I might need a little hip. As they say, I might need a little hip on this one. Oh boy.
That's a good
Oh,
one
God.
there, son. Oh, good. I'm not gonna grab your line. Nice. Come here, open that old. Oh yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Old scummy. Old scummy.
Choke,
Dude, look.
show that.
Look how far down the fish got that thing. Oh God, look at this. That's what old scummy does. I didn't have to throw it very long. Look at that thing.
Get the old fist, and I got a big fist down in the old throat.
The official Brecknell scale. Oh yeah. Hey, you gotta be straight up. Now this fish, I'll guarantee you, was 8 or 9 pounds when it was full of eggs. But we're post spawn now, so it's gonna be
I'm gonna say it's 7.
It's
11.
7 something, I guarantee you.
7-11.
Okay. We're wrong.
Bam!
8.5 pounder.
That's a trophy catch.
That is a trophy catch.
That is.
8.5 pounder. Look at that.
Sweet.
That is how we get it started right here in Palm Bay.
Sweet.
Yes.
Good job.
All right. Had to get down to my fighting weight after that one. 8.5 pounder on Old Scummy. But no, like kind of just like what we were saying though. We were coming through, you know, we were way over on that side of the lake a little bit, and it just didn't look right. The grass was too thick. It wasn't broke up enough. And we kept moving around. We got into this area, and you know, Tim was throwing a top water and I was throwing a worm, and then I switched over to Old Scummy. But we were covering the water till, and then all of a sudden it started looking right. You know, it's clumpy, it's clear, everything started adding up, and 8.5 pounder, like just like that. Oh, that's so much fun. But I had to get down to my fighting weight. You guys know I love my little scum frog, launch frog. It's got that tungsten weight system in it, super soft body, and look how big those hooks just bite up. Look at that stuff. That's crazy, isn't it? But it's super soft, and I love the way this thing walks. I mean, it just does everything good. You know what else it does? It catches 8 younders. You know, one of my absolute favorite rods to throw this frog on, and I'm just figuring this out, is the new Halo HFX series. This thing is so comfortable. Obviously, you know, it's got the open reel seat on it, so I can lay all my fingers on there and you can really feel everything. Not that you're really feeling the bite with a frog, because you're seeing them come up there and boosh. But it's a 7.6 heavy, and it's got just enough tip that I can whip that launch frog. You know, the launch frog, it has that tungsten weight transfer system in it, so it's a little bit heavier, so it casts really good. But this setup casts it really well. And then, you know, obviously it's got enough power that I can drive those big hooks home. And I always throw it on a Apex Grand from Ardent. And I always throw it with a 7.3-1. And you could even go up to Ardent's new Summit Hawk in the 8-1. And always, you know, always 65-pound braid. Some guys even throw it on 80-pound braid. I haven't tried it yet, but some of the MLF guys have been telling me that they've been throwing their frogs on 80-pound, and you know, I'm like, well, why would you need to throw it on 80-pound? 65 is plenty. And they said, well, it's thicker, and when it's thicker, it makes it easier to skip. And you know, like when you're skipping it under boat docks or skipping it under overhanging limbs and stuff like that. And not that we're doing that here today on Kenansville, but they say that thicker line really makes it easier to skip and you get less backlashes. So that might be something for you guys to try. But yeah, just that Ardent Apex Grand 7.3-1, the Halo HFX series, and Old Scummy. I'm down here playing with my Lowrance and he's catching fish. Look at that.
That's what you get when you ride around with JT. He knows them all by name.
Oh, he got it too. Nice. That's pretty good. Way out there. Oh yeah, that's a big one. I don't know. I'll see how he's got it. That guy, huh? Come on up in here, young man.
Hey.
Look at that. Oh, whop! Middle of the day whop. Think he wanted that thing. Them trocars out of him. I didn't even need my eagle claw pliers. Look at that. What a beast. Catch an 8.5. That one's getting close to 5, 4 something. Look how clear that water is here in Palm Bay. You know, one of the things that you and I were talking about earlier was just like, and we both said it as soon as we got in this area, we're like, this is the right area.
Yeah.
But we didn't catch anything for like 20 minutes. Well, then we caught nice ones, but we didn't catch it. But we both knew, and that's just confidence. And you know, you and I fish in Florida a lot, you know, and it's just having that confidence to know that you're in the right area instead of just, you know, blazing around being like, and you notice once we got in this area, we started fishing a lot slower because we, like, you had it in your mind.
Clicked.
Yeah, it clicked. You know, it's like, this looks right. And that's such a big deal in fishing. And you know, still you being on tour and everything, you typically have a better tournament when you're just confident. Not all the time, but a lot of times when you're just confident, you have a lot better event. And just because today we're just out here, just two buddies just having fun,
right?
But we still want to catch a bunch of bass. Like, that's the idea. I like jacking on big ones, like, you know, whether there's money on the line or not. But just having confidence, and like, it just like hit me when we both were just like I could see your demeanor change. You probably saw mine. Just like, okay, we're here. Like,
well, you know, when you're on a body of water like this, everything kind of looks the same, but it's not.
No, it's not.
We've had to hunt around and find this type of area, but you know, when you found it, you knew right away.
Yep.
Of course, 8.5 pounder told you too.
Right. But before the 8 pounder, we were already saying.
Yeah,
that.
and we caught a few fish before that.
Yeah,
so.
we were like, yes, this looks right now. Confidence is a huge thing in fishing.
And you can take that with you everywhere you go. Like, you're gonna remember what it was you're fishing when you had the bites, how it's set up. So now you go to a different lake, you know what to do. You see that area, you're automatically gonna stop and check it. Doesn't mean you're always gonna catch them.
Right, but it's giving you confidence to look at that area. And a lot of times you can fish right through the fish, you know. But if you have confidence and you slow down, just like we did here, slow down a little bit, it's on. All right, hey guys, I want to give you this week's B&W trailering tip of the week. And you know, we're over here like you guys saw today, we're at Kenansville. The ramp here is really steep. And so many times, so many of us just slide our boat up on the trailer and wave our buddy and have him go ahead and pull out. And most of the time that's perfectly fine. But when you get a ramp that's this steep, I mean, you can see this was really steep here. You always want to make sure to go ahead and clip it and wind it up on there on your winch, and you know, make sure everything is good and secure, because the last thing you want to do when it's a really, really steep boat ramp like this is start pulling out, and you never know what might happen. Maybe your tires slip a little bit and then they catch and it kind of jerks it, and the next thing you know, your nice bass boat's laying on a concrete ramp. So remember, anytime you're on a real steep ramp, go ahead and hook your winch up before you pull your boat out of the water. Oh, Kenny, sight fished him one up.
Yeah, buddy. I just love doing it.
Uh-oh.
Is it a good one?
Uh-oh. I got that big.
Oh, he done snuck the old salt lick back out, didn't he?
Yeah, snuck one in on you. See that there? I snuck him in on you. Come on up here, young man. Join the party. Yeah. That one's starting to get a little belly back on him again.
Is that a ditch pickle?
That is a small ditch pickle. So I want to show you guys a little trick that I'll do when you're actually sight fishing like we are now. This is way deep because I don't do this all the time. It's way down in the rod locker. But one of the things I think I got one. There it is. So one of the things that most people don't think about when you're bed fishing is think about, what is that fish actually trying to do? Well, it's trying to protect its eggs, and the eggs are on the bottom. Like if this is the bed, the eggs are down on the bottom. You know, they fan out a hard spot and the eggs are down there. So many times when you get one that's hard to catch, you know, you're throwing something like I was throwing a salt lick on with a weight, and of course that bait's on the bottom. right? Well, if you think about how a bass feeds, a bass doesn't go bite something. When a bass feeds, it flares its gills and flushes water through its mouth, out its gills, sucking in whatever it wants to eat. Well, if you think about it, if a bass is trying to protect what's on the bottom of that bed, chances are he probably doesn't want to flare his gills and suck a bunch of stuff in, because then he's doing exactly what he's trying to make things not do, which is he's disturbing those eggs. So a lot of times what I'll do when I get one that I can't get to bite is I'll use a drop shot rig, but I'm not throwing it on light line. I'm not throwing it on, you know, a little tiny spinning rod and all this stuff. I got 22-pound line on here. This is a 7.5 medium heavy action. No, this is a heavy action. And I'm gonna rig it weedless with a regular big 5/0 hook. But it's still a drop shot rig. So what that's gonna do is I can still put it right there, and I'm using a little bit of slack and moving it up and down right above the eggs. And a lot of times that fish will be more apt to hit that bait up above the eggs a little bit, because he's not disturbing the eggs, which is the whole reason why he's hanging around that bed to begin with anyway. So,
oh, look at here. Still, yep.
I hope.
I see him.
I see a fish.
There's fish in there. There's fish.
Oh, there's another fish.
Yeah, swam by right there.
Got a little salad. Come on into the boat.
Oh yeah.
He's a little post spawner.
Look how skinny he is.
And he comes right off.
Up, look out. Hey, ho.
He's taking the tour of the Falcon. Quite a difference from the last one you held there, Jakey.
hey, old Scummy catches everything.
Scummy don't discriminate.
Nope.
Because believe it or not, out in the middle, there's a big one. Come through the stuff. Come on, son. Get on through here, boys. Ah. Come on, them old bass fish. Oh,
Hey, got her.
here he comes.
Hey.
That one's looking like it's recovering from the spawn a little bit. A little bit better. Scum frog and sloppy toad. Scum frog, launch frog. It's proven catches them.
We're down to it.
Don't get my big fish! I thought an alligator got my bass.
What gotta do to help us, huh?
Oh well. Wait a minute, I think I got salad. Help me! Help me, Tom Cruise! Help me, the Oprah Winfrey! Help me! Tell me there's something in there!
I feel a head.
Tell me he's in there!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got one! I got a great big one!
Oh, Scummy strikes again. Look at that hoss and pfeffer. Holy crap. Oh, Scummy way down in there. Look at that. Holy crap. Oh, scum dog. Woo. Look at that one, boys. Oh, what a beast. Holy crap. Here we go, official Breckman. Hang on, there we go. We're official here on the Fishin' Show with JT Kenney.
Ready?
I'm good. Eight even.
Two trophy catches.
I got a pair of eights, kids, right here on Kenansville. Guess what? With old Scummy. Yeah. Oh man. What an awesome, that's another trophy catch right here in Kenansville. That's two for the day. That clear water. Look at that. Clear water, hydrilla. Oh, how cool is that? Look, we have had an amazing. She's still going over there. Dude, we have had an absolutely amazing day. Tim, I appreciate so much.
Oh man, my pleasure.
You coming
Thanks,
over? You
thanks
coming
for the
over
call,
here?
buddy.
I know it was a couple-hour drive, but
worth
some of the
it.
fish we've caught
Oh,
today,
yeah,
I think it was absolutely worth it. I want to thank all you guys for coming and watching the Fishin' Show with JT Kenney. Because right now, Tim and I, we out. See you.
The Fishin' Show with JT Kenney is brought to you by Florida Space Coast. Plan your next adventure at visitspacecoast.com. American Bait Works. B&W Trailer Hitches. Ardent Reels. Mercury. Go Boldly. Falcon Boats. Go Fish. Nichols Lures. Trocar. Greenway Plants reminds you to thank a farmer. Power Pole.